Now, away from that, the criminal court of Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates has sentenced 8 Nigerians to death for carrying out what it termed as a string of armed robberies at money exchanges and cash machines across the Emirates in December 2016. Reports say the 9th suspect was, however, sentenced to 6 months imprisonment for possession of stolen money. He would be deported after serving the jail term. The report noted that the 9th suspect denied the charge against him and claimed that one of the suspect's brothers asked him to transfer 60,000 dirham to an account in Nigeria. The court accused the convicted persons of armed robbery, public assault and seizing money by force. Some of the accused were said to have confessed to the crimes, while others denied the charges. A total of 1.8 million dirham in cash was reportedly stolen from 3 locations. And joining me via Skype to discuss these is a global affairs policy analyst, Collins Nweke. Thanks so much for joining us. Oftentimes, the government has reminded Nigerians of being good ambassadors in the diaspora. Do you feel this is bringing a kind of disgrace to this country?
It could be looked at from that perspective, but I think we need to begin to look beyond the stereotype. The stereotype being that a very tiny, insignificant minority of Nigerians in diaspora actually now and again do things that are untoward, but those things don't quite represent Nigeria. There are millions of Nigerians in diaspora who are excelling in their different fields of endeavor, doing Nigeria proud. I think it's important to always emphasize those Nigerians while indeed acknowledging that there are a few bad apples amongst us, and those ones need to be called out for who they are and actually condemned when they do things like the one that just took place in United Arab Emirates. But by no means, these are not the representatives of the Nigeria that we know.
Well, without thinking about those who are doing well outside Nigeria, but then these are still our seeds. There is no disputing the fact that these countries are strictly following the provisions of their law. But is it possible for the government to make diplomatic appeal to these countries to either repatriate them to be punished here or give them lesser punitive sanctions?
Well, it indeed depends on what the possibilities are. For a start, one would think that getting the death sentence on account of, strings of armed robbery might be a bit too high-handed. Now, it's up to the government of Nigeria indeed to look at the possible leeways within the laws of the United Arab Emirates and see where there are rooms for maneuver in terms of, getting a lighter sentence for them. I do not personally believe in a situation where Nigerians commit crimes abroad and Nigerian government intervenes to the extent of asking the authorities there to repatriate those Nigerians back to Nigeria. No, the crimes were committed in those countries and they need to serve their terms in those countries, where the crimes are committed. But Nigeria indeed, as a government, can intervene to the extent of, seeking lighter sentences within the laws of the countries where those crimes were committed.
Let me know how concerned you are, especially these cases of drug peddling, armed robberies, etc. in foreign countries might lead to these countries becoming hard on Nigerians who are going there.
That would be a pity. It would be a pity because let us put things in their right perspective. Nigeria has a population of estimated 200 million, out of which about between 17 and 20 million are based abroad. It is actually unrealistic to expect that all of these Nigerians, 200 million in Nigeria and between 17 and 20 million abroad, would be the best crop of individuals that Nigeria has. No, that is unrealistic. So Nigeria is made of, just like any other country, of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, when those crimes occur, we should look at the crimes that have taken place, and those people should be accordingly punished. We shouldn't be looking at the nationalities of these people that have committed crime. The focus should be on the crime and not where those people come from. Incidentally, these ones are Nigerians. That's one. On the other hand, I think Nigeria needs to strengthen its laws around controlling drug traffic leaving Nigeria and coming into Nigeria, especially in this case, those ones destined, having Nigeria as origin and going to other countries. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency needs to step up, its work and, take care of those issues.
All right. Thank you so much for our insight. Global Affairs Analyst, Policy Analyst, Collins Weke. Thank you so much for your time.